Welcome back to Thionite Plays Xenoblade Chronicles 3. On the last episode, we went and did some side quests. On this episode, I actually did some productive stuff between episodes. I went and got so many green nectarines and so many of the Tirkin grasses and all of the things that we need for two separate quests that I dub the Terrible Collectathons in Colony Tau. We finished up on a overhang platform veranda up there, and now we're back down here. We're going to start with Caressia, and this is the point where I will show off where to get her accessories, because you do need to buy some accessories for Caressia that you need to show her off. So future me, take it away. The black steel band, the silver necklace, and the prayer necklace are all accessories that can be found in Colony 9. The vibrant arm ring can be found in Colony Gamma. The hero gloves can be found in Colony 4. The unicorn scarf can be found in Colony 30. And the final of Caressia's accessories that you could buy is the affection necklace found at Colony Lambda. Once you have all of these, you can just bring them right back to Caressia. Thanks for that, future me. Let's actually give these to her after we traveled the entirety of Ionios to get these things. We have brought all of them. The black steel band, the silver necklace, the prayer necklace, the vibrant arm ring, the hero gloves, the unicorn scarf, the power bangle, the affection necklace, and then two more vibrant arm rings because I expected that it would not be enough. So you could just buy whatever one is the cheapest, or you could just go to any of the locations that I showed off. I went and showed them off so I could get them all. It's no big deal. Easy thing to do. I'm pretty sure the ones in Colony 9 are the cheapest. This is everything we managed to collect. Ah, I see. Oh, yeah. Oh, and if you knot it like this... Oh, is this fired clay? What a fantastic technique. Oh, thank you so much. I can really use this knowledge. I can't wait to really dive into this and show off what I've learned. Oh? I think I might want to tour some colonies with my accessories. I like that idea. Mio, do you know any good colonies to start with? Let me think. Maybe Colony Mew? I think your style would go down well with the people there. Colony Mew, Okay, I'll go and try my luck. We'll pop in and see how you're doing later, yeah? Yeah, good plan. Mind how you go, Caressia. Oh, Caressia finds her calling and is going off to the Cadencia region, but before we go and chase after her, we do at least need to give her some time to actually make it to Colony Mew. It's not like we can just magic ourselves over there. In the meantime, while we're still in Tau, I am going to switch gears and tracks for a little moment and do the Tau-Tirkin Alliance while we're over here. Between episodes, this is another thing that I did between episodes. I went and gathered an absolute butt-ton of materials. I believe you needed to get, in total, 50 green nectarines, 50 Tirkin grass, 50 fairy roses, some type of flower, and then 50 glare aubergines. And that is a lot to pick up. But luckily, if you talk to Rowland and Graziana over in the eatery, the canteen, they will give you 20 and 30 of each of the items that you need. So, future me, show off what I did between episodes again. Alright, I just got all 50 of the green nectarines that we needed. And if you are having trouble finding them, I recommend just doing your saving and then quitting to menu in a little loop around the Vista of Ronar. Right around here by this staircase is where you can find all of the green nectarines that your heart's desires. Once you've finished collecting all of the green nectarines for this quest, you might find it advantageous to go back to Colony Tau and talk to Graziana again, because she will give you some helpful, supplies. Are you gonna help us? It's hard work, but what can you do? It's the way we've always done things. Here's what I've managed to scrape together. Don't give it to Rowland. Whatever you do, he'll only eat it. 20 Tirkin grass. Now I have 44 out of 50, which is very good indeed. And if you talk to Rowland again, you will get another 10 bits of Tirkin grass. So you can get 30 easy Tirkin grass if you go and talk to Graziana and Roland, of course. Very helpful indeed. And now we can move on to shiny roses. Can we talk to Roland again? Roland, will you give me more? Foraging is such a hassle, and my least favorite part is having to give away perfectly edible food. But that's enough whinging from me. Here's what I've managed to gather. Do with it as you will. 10 shiny roses. 37 out of 50. I don't suppose Graziana has even more. Do you have more of the roses? Are you going to help us? I am. It's hard work, but what can you do? It's the way we've always done things. Here's what I've managed to scrape together. Don't give it a Rowland. 20 more shiny roses, and that is 50 out of 50. Oh, we have to get more glare aubergines. Before I move on to glare aubergines, I should do a little bit of info on where to get the other two, the Tirkin grass and the fairy roses. Right around this area, right past the vista of Ronar, where you got all of the fruit, there's a rope, and then down this path, there's a giant tree root that you can go under. There is a lot of collectibles around here, and this is where you're going to find the previous two. So this is a good area to collect them. But while we're here, Graziana, just give me more of the aubergines. It's hard work, but what can you do? They say the same things. 20 glare aubergines. Rowland, do you have any aubergines for us? Foraging is such a hassle, and my favorite part is giving it away. 10 more. Incredible. 36. Well, now we have to go and actually find a bunch more. Caressia, give me a minute, and we'll come back to you un momento.
Check out what it bombed. Oh. Looks like we can go on from here.
Hey, that looks like a way forward. Hey, that looks like a way forward.
All 50 glare aubergines. Now, we can take all of this stuff to the Tirkin hold way over that way. Thank you for that, future mate. That's what we did. Lots of stuff. There are several locations. It's pretty much where I showed off all of the locations. It's fine though. But now that we have all of this stuff, all of the things that we need to take it to the kingdom of the Tirkins, not the quest. Where is my map? Where is my map? Right, over here. This is the place where we have not actually been to. So we're going to go to Sparkling Pool Camp. And you might remember that this is the area where we were robbed by the Tirkin. So, one thing I should mention about this particular quest line is that there are split paths. There are two ways to go about dealing with this. You can do what I did and just gather up all of the materials to preserve this alliance, because if you have forgotten, it's been a while since we've gotten any context on this, there is a long-standing alliance between the people of Colony Tau and the Tirkins, where they work together as long as the people of Colony Tau give some offerings, which, because they've been growing stuff for themselves in the past, they've really had no trouble with. But we are going to seek to renew this alliance by giving all of the material that we gathered up. And split paths, right, that's where I was going with this. You don't actually have to go and spend all of the time necessary to get all of the materials. You can, if you want, do the questionable thing of slaughtering them all. You can come up here without any of the materials and be like, yeah, we're not renewing any of this. We're not doing this alliance thing anymore. And then just get rid of them. I've never done it that way, and it's not so difficult to get all of the materials. I think I spent...
Moving troops through mountains or woodland tends to be strenuous. Let's take every precaution.
We will take every precaution.
I'm keeping a careful eye on our surroundings.
Thank you for that. Vigilant as always. I spent like a little under an hour.
Nest should be coming into view.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Juniper. Like I said, a little under an hour getting all of the, like 60 plus items. They respawn rather quickly and you can get into a good rhythm. It's not that terrible if you want to go that route.
This is new.
But here we are at the Tyrken hold. So hopefully we can do this really easy. Now that we have all the material. Even as a little chef hat, he has a toque. How could you ever go wrong? How could you ever want to annihilate such adorable chef Tyrken birds? Stop, humans. What you here for? You come to give tasty food? Yes. As per our alliance agreement, here's your share. Good. Pass through. Tyrken Highness wait with open beak for sustenance. Tyrken speak. Oh, we'll have to see whether it's worse or better than Nopon speak on my quickly degrading. Oh, unique monster. We'll come back for that. That's a dim-witted Tyrken. We train. That's Tyrken Tom. He's an idiot. We trained him wrong as a joke. They would not mind in the slightest if you destroyed Tyrken Tom. But we're not going to worry about him right now because I have plans for Tyrken Tom. Right now, we have to go see the Tyrken King, because why would we want to do anything else? The Tyr King. Welcome, humans. I come bringing food, as per the terms of our alliance agreement. Good, humans. This look like conform to rules of contract. Oh, where is manna? Will you eat the fruit? Fruit Loops. I love Fruit Loops. We're good, though. You just get on with counting up the goods. Humans, always speedy rushing. I count now. Cra. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, wait. Let me recount. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many I count now? 5. That was 5, Your Royal Majesty, the Tyr King. Pick up the pace, mate. We don't have however many days it'll take for you to count this little lot. Little? Do you have any idea how many? It's just like upwards of 200 things that we got. Counting not my strong suit. Please wait to fruit while we wait. Please eat fruit while we wait. We are just sitting down in the exact same position, eating our Fruit Loops. 200s. Oh, my math was accurate. That's shocking. 6 hours later. It all counted and accounted for. I'm glad to hear it. Then long may our alliance continue. Yes, it continue. Tyrken Human Alliance is strong. We happy to work with you. The pleasure's all ours. Looks like everything went well. Cooperation's the way to go. Thanks for coming with me. The talks were a success. They better have been after all of the time I invested between episodes. Given how much I love to procrastinate, this was like a pain in the rear end for me, even though it was not nearly as bad as I make it sound. We managed to once again preserve a delicate alliance, and that's how I'd like it to stay. Alliances are useful. But this is finally out of our quest log. The Tau Tyrken Alliance. Colony Tau has renewed their alliance with the Tyrkens, and the bond holds strong. The Tyr King will continue to welcome Juniper and the Tau folk.
We have some new names registered.
O Tyr King, may we speak to you, O great Tyr King. Big relief to see humans keep stay in alliance. Happy to continue long and fruitful relationship. But that scruffy pigeon precious daughter dragon, he's still stickin' craw. I peck out his eyes one these days if he not careful. Do you have a daughter with a problem?
New names registered.
Wait, what are the... Milde Tyrk. It's a French Tyrken and Tyrken groom. Give me this chest and maybe we can find the Princess Tyrken. Silver Nopon coins, very good.
So that's the state of affairs.
Found them, here we go. The Milde Tyrk. Duterk. Papa was in terrible tizzies. But food giftings from humans makes sour mood go sweet again. Alliance is very tasty, beautiful thing.
So that's the state of affairs.
Oh, this one, Millie Tyrken, Princess of the Tyrken, are the daughter. What about the Tyrken groom? Apparently he's an idiot. How can this humble broiler meek his highness see senses? Must perform selfless act of hero before can ever think to peck of the question. Well, you remind me of a certain Pianta pair. Oh, how I yearn for the minds of celebrity wrestling. Ah, Grubba, where art thou? Jolene, my heart longs for you. Anyway, Caressia should have more than enough time to have speedily warped herself all the way to Colony Mew. So we shall follow in her footsteps and get to Mew. Probably, well, this is the wrong way to go about it, but you know, it'll be hilarious. And we're here. After
Stomach's growling.
falling through trees and fire and poison clouds, we've made it here. We have fallen from the sky and crash landed in Colony Mew. Caressia, I see you've already set up a stall. Wow, you make no haste. Or all the haste. No hesitation? Anyway, here we are, and here you are. How are things? Oh, hi, thanks for coming. How's it going? Not bad. I managed to get all the relevant approvals. People have been really nice to me. It's the ears. They love the ears. I think this one's cuter. What do you think, Nico? Between this one or that one, I, the one and only Nico, cannot decide. Look at all the customers I've got, and it's all thanks to you. I'm a bit nervous when it comes to showing my things to the public, though. You know what? I'm just gonna tell everyone about your work. Oh? That would be lovely, but you don't have to go to... Just wait here. And she's gone. Let's stick around and see what happens, shall we? Oh, I'm so curious. All of the tiny children desire accessories. Look at them, they're so short. Okay, the others should be coming along any minute now. What? How many did you bring? Oh, wow, a real live accessory shop. There's literally one like 4 feet to the right of us at this moment, Ayase. It's not... I mean, I realize Caressia's stuff is real high quality considering we have brought stuff from all over Ionios, but like, you do have an accessory shop of your own, like 4 feet to the right. Well, your left, Caressia is right. Whoa, that's a sizable number. Everyone is gonna go mad for this. I'm flattered. Thank you all for taking the time to look at my work. I'll take this one. Oh, and I'd like this one. Ooh, should we get something for Fifi too? I mean, I have no idea where she is. She's probably in the colony somewhere. Absolutely. Nico will help you choose, and since she's me, we can get started immediately. Me too. This one, yes, and this one? Oh, who wanted what? Oh, I've lost track. I couldn't have asked for a better outcome. The whole of Colony Mew is pretty much in love with our work. Well, I didn't know it would be so hard. It's not easy, is it? Can we help at all? Okay, but until then, I'm going to see how far I can get under my own steam. Oh, thank you, everyone. And I'll perfect my art for Colony Tau. If anyone can make this work, it's you, Caressia. Nico's really sorry to butt in, but Nico, that's me, needs your expert opinion on which of these suits Nico best. Let me see, which one? I'm glad she found her niche. Yeah, she's going places all right. It's a wonderful feeling seeing your friends go out and find their place in the world, the place they can truly blossom. I wholeheartedly agree, Juniper, that is the best feeling. Caressia finds her calling. Caressia has begun selling accessories in Colony Mew. It certainly won't be easy for her, but hopefully she should manage all right.
So that's the state of
Lovely.
affairs.
Caressia's shop. Can we actually buy stuff from Caressia? The folks at Colony Mew have taken quite a liking to my accessories. Yeah, well, they're pretty cute. You should be proud of them. Thanks, that's what people at Colony Mew are saying as well. It's been piquing their interest in Colony Tau as well. I'm really pleased about
Best
that.
buy only what we've budgeted for.
Oh, look at all of this stuff. This is probably, admittedly, not as helpful as the stuff you can get from enemies because they are all the lowest quality. They're all, you know, common rarity, but they are here. If you want to buy them, you can just straight up buy diamonds. Boosts damage by 20% for every enemy in battle. There are skills that can mimic a lot of these, but these are not terrible accessories if you want. So give them a read. Give them a little look. They might help you out.
So that's the state of
I'm
affairs.
going to ignore them because I am a cruel person who does not support my friends. Stop talking about Colony Tau and Colony Mew. Tyon, we need to do other things. But now that we've done those two long-standing quests, I think it's only right to add even more to the log. So we need to go to a different area completely. We need to go, where is it? Nope, not that direction. We need to go to the Agnes Castle region, because Agnes Castle, the Ascension Ground specifically, I checked between episodes. Right, I should probably talk about that. While the loading screen is loading, between episodes, I went to Colony 11 and Colony
Imposing.
Gamma? No. Colony 9. I went to some colonies, and Teach was in the party, so Teach had some interesting, well, little tidbits of knowledge to talk about, so future me can play those super quickly.
Colony 11. They're as skilled as the rumors say.
Still just a bunch of crazies, though.
The people of Mu are strong to live without a care.
Oh yeah, Fiona's crew's got more guts than you'd think.
But as I was going between the colonies to look for gossip, like the two things that are on screen right now, I didn't find anything between there, so I just went and did the stuff that you saw I do between episodes, collecting all the stuff. But I did make a pit stop to Agnes Castle, and now we're going to see what this gossip has to offer. This is just the kind of time I'd like those guys. This is just the kind of time I'd like those guys to be here, but alas. Toma, Zira, Jador are locked up deep inside the prison after all. They won't be seeing daylight anytime soon. Castle prisoners. Well, if they're still in prison, they'd probably have had to have done something against, Gondor's interest, because she's the one in charge around here at this point, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe, well, it was one or two, so we need to do more. Have you heard about those crazy strong guys, the ones that were locked up in prison for yonks? Yeah, I did. Those guys over in internal security will be run ragged if they ever manage to get out. 2 out of 2 castle prisoners.
That should be enough data.
Should it? There's a lot still more to talk about, though. Agnians are being untrustworthy as usual. I haven't got a clue what's going on inside their heads. Shh. Do you really think it's wise to be speaking like that in their territory? I'm pretty sure they would have heard a lot worse over their time. Seeker's rumors, 1 of 2. Was there another one over here, or is that just Ruggy Scruggy being Ruggy Scruggy? Pretty sure there was another one. Gondor, do you have anything new to say? Oh, there's another bit of gossip. We got most of the lost numbers safely back to the city now. We'll take care of things here. Gotta round up the rest of the strays. Well, I'm glad you're on top of it. If you ever need any help, Gondor, you know who to call. Hey, did you hear? An Agnian arranged us a boat to the city. I heard. Some guy called Seeker, right? Why did he go and do something for us that wouldn't benefit him in any way? Because he's a nice dude. Because Seeker is a kind individual. Probably. Have we talked a lot to Seeker? I'm pretty sure he was the one we talked to arrange transport to a group of people back in the city right after the eclipse. That was a while ago. We have been doing side quests for a good long while, and we're going to continue to be doing side quests probably for several episodes yet. I have no idea how long they're going to go, but it's going to be a while. Can we talk about the prisoners as well as Seeker? Seeker and the prisoners. Definitely something we want to discuss. And then, oh, they both have quests. All right, let's see if we can't do both of these. Or, well, maybe, if I remember, Castle Prisoners is a long one, so maybe Seeker's rumors? We'll start with that. That rumor we heard about Seeker, the guy who spoke to Gondor. Yeah, it seemed the people of the city don't trust him. They don't understand his motives. Well, in a way, it's understandable. The situation is what it is, and there's no easy fix for it. It's hard to be imprisoned by people for over a decade, and then, having to work with them, there is bound to be some ruffled feathers. And Uni, that's not an invitation to talk about ruffled feathers. I know that's your soapbox, but, stay on track. Fine. When we talked to him, he struck me as, industrious, I guess. Diligent, innit? He did a fair bit to help when we were sending the lost numbers back to the city and all that. Well, whichever way he... Wow, I'm having a lot of trouble with the language, apparently. Reset the brain. I've been doing a lot of grinding for materials. 404. Channel the reset. Well, whichever way he was or seemed, just move past it. If he's got a bone to pick with the city, we gotta nip that in the bud. A fair point. How about we make some inquiries into Seeker, then? If we ask around with the Agnians, we're bound to learn something. Alright, sorted. Let's do it, then. Seeker's true intent. Well, it shouldn't be that hard. He seemed like a good guy, based on when we've spoken to him. Although, let's also do Castle Prisoners while we're here, or I will forget, because that's what I do. So we've heard there's some people locked up, but nothing about the whys or the hows. Being put into prison for violations of military discipline isn't unheard of, I suppose. People were saying they're pretty tough as well. Supposedly, it's all under security's purview, but I don't know much more. Well, is there any point to locking them up under the current circumstances? Won't know unless we ask security, I guess. Would be nice to get some extra hands to help around the castle and the city. Free labor, I mean, as someone who has been used for free labor rather recently, well, in a grand scale recently, because, you know, we're still shaking off the eclipse jitters. Once Noah's hands and knuckles heal, well then we can continue. What is this? Who is it? Is this Seeker or the security detail? Hey, could we talk to you for a minute? I didn't know that this was here. Oh, it's Suna. Sure thing. What's up? We heard you got Agnian soldiers locked up here, so... Oh, Sparks. Really? Even you've heard? Oh, give me a break. Wow, sounds like that struck a nerve. Oh, you're joking now, but just wait till you've heard the story. I'm at the end of my tether, I tell ya. I mean, look, I agree with Seeker's thinking, and I want to work together with the city. I really do. But the people they lock up or violating regulations have done some pretty heinous stuff in the past. Take this Toma guy, old pals with a chick called Zira, then add in this hothead Jador to the mix. Now the three of them have some kind of understanding, cahoots o'clock, I'm telling you, thick as thieves. What are you suggesting? You think when they're let out they'll get up to some hijinks? Hijinks, huh? Well, if it was just hijinks, I think we could consider ourselves lucky. To be honest with you, I'm kind of shocked they haven't been sent to the chop already. If we don't ever let them out, then maybe it'd have been better to just do that and be done with it. Getting the chop? You mean execution? What you're saying is that they did enough to deserve that? And what does Seeker have to say about this? I'm leaving their treatment to your discretion. Discretion? My arse, like I tell you what to do, you utter shitbird. One of my favorite lines. Sorry. I had to get that off my chest. So anyway, you want to see him? If they're really so irredeemable, aren't they going to take a pop at us? I mean, they're still in a cell, right? So not exactly made of sticks. Okay, come along, I'll introduce you. Well, I guess we're getting our introduction to the prison folk. How quickly the roles are reversed, even though this time there's a lot more of us out here than in there. What's this? Tie-toe tighter, I smell the smell of a strong fighter. We need to get Ashira. I have a feeling she'll love these people. So that's the big baddie you were talking about? That's right, he's the main offender. You come to break us out, or cut our throats. I'll tell you though, it pays to be on our good side. I'm still making my mind up actually, don't go forcing my hand, alright? And you're the lot that liberated the castle, aren't you? Come on, let's have a square go, you and us. Beg your pardon. If we win, you cut us loose. And before you go misinterpreting that, I don't mean we'll go on a killing spree. Zira's my best and oldest friend, you see. And Jador, well, I met him here, on the inside. But I like the cut of his jib. So I think we'd like to taste the air outside one day again. All three of us together. Well, if we win, that is. And what if we win? Your choice, I suppose. Keep us jailed till we die, make us follow you around, whatever you decide, we'll go along with it. That doesn't make it any easier. Wait, aren't they hardened criminals? I don't feel qualified to pass judgment on them just like that. It's fine. You're more qualified than me, that's for sparkin' certain. There we go, sounds like a deal to me. Come on, let's get to the fisticuffs already. What should we do? Alright there, Ferris, you pipe down and play nice until these good people figure out what to do. Sounds good to me, just don't keep me waiting too long. Well. We have more people to talk. Well, let's talk to everyone. Toma, what do you actually have to say to us personally? So what kind of crime did you commit to be locked up here exactly? What's it to you? Will I get to fight you lot if I talk? That all depends on what you tell us. Well, I guess it's worth a punt. I got locked up for the crime of mass murder. A clear violation of military discipline. Simple enough reason, right? Thinking back on it now, I guess I just wasn't a soldier the console could control. But that's besides the point. You gonna fight me or not? Out with it. 3 fiends, Toma. We will see what the other ones have. Toma's situation. Zira, what do you have to say? What is your crime? I heard Toma talking earlier. I assume it was with you guys, right? Yeah, but staying on topic, what got you branded as a fiend and locked up in here? Well, my great crime was blowing up a container the salvage corps was going to salvage. I thought it was going to say bringing it back, but horrible thing to do, right? Wasting away supplies I got worked so hard to get. That's a new one to me. Why go and blow up valuable supplies? I mean, who cares about that, really? You guys have come here to fight the 3 of us fiends, right? I'm ready to fight whenever you are, but don't keep me waiting too long. 3 fiends, Zira. Zira situation. Wow, oh, there's going to be so much gossip. Right, this is why I remember them being so long, because there's so much gossip for each person. Jador. What did you get yourself in? What did you do to get yourself in here? Well, a whole bunch of things, let's say. I used to work in the inspection branch. One day I erased a certain piece of intel, but I don't think I did anything wrong. Now, I haven't had a bad time here thanks to Toma and Zira, but you know what? I now feel like battering Eula and moseying on out of here, if you'd be so inclined. 3 fiends, Jador. How many pieces of gossip? I need 4 bits of gossip, so I need like 11 bits of gossip to see what everyone is. Also, the container, because apparently there's loot in the prisons.
What would it be doing here?
Gathering dust, that's what it would be doing. Let's see if we can't go find any gossip, because I am intensely curious, because there was apparently like 11 bits of gossip, I think I just said. Eternal Affairs Officer, can I speak with you about stuff, maybe? What do you have to say? So I heard Jador might be getting out soon. The very man who brought disorder to his colony by destroying enemy intel. I know I wouldn't be letting him out anytime soon. Destroying enemies' intel, not even his own colonies? Interesting. Do we have anyone else? There's got to, if there's like 10 more bits of gossip, they have to be like everywhere, right? Cadencia region. Oh, that's Seeker's identity. If they were each their own quests, I remember. Right, let's do Jador. 55? What level are we? We're level 57. We should be able to handle these quests. So it is up in the Cadencia region. Well, let me give a quick scout all around the castle areas in case there's any gossip up here, because, well, we'll be back. Oh, well, here we go. Those Agnian mutters looked down on us from up here while we toiled for them like slaves. I get how you feel, but right now, us and them are just gonna have to play nice. Enduring the days. That sounds like a completely unrelated topic of discussion, but we will, well, we'll take all comers, like this container.
All right, it's open.
It is open, Tyon. Thank you for stating the obvious. All of the pure gemstones. Break your legs trying to get down when the stairs are perfectly sufficient. Is there anyone else to talk to before we go to Cadencia proper? Is this, that's Seeker, right? No, that's an Internal Affairs Officer. Right, more people to talk to. Toma was jailed for violating military discipline during a battle with Keves. Everything I ever heard about him suggested he was a superb Levnis pilot, albeit one who had a bit of an issue following orders. Suna's worrying about whether she should go free the guy or not, but personally, I'm against it. Toma's situation. More and more stuff. Toma and Jador, different people. I am going to get them confused. Fair warning right here, right now. I will get them confused. So if we need to go to Cadencia, where in Cadencia do we need to go? Because that is a different map than the castle itself. So where, you probably need to take us, no, that's the Hulk. Right, all of these areas over here. So let's start by the prison and then work our way down and around. That should be relatively straightforward. Kaye, or K, probably just K. We'd like to ask about Zira's story. Sure? I mean, Zira's already locked up now, so I'm not sure what difference it'll make. But, why not, I guess? You guys must have your reasons for asking, I suppose. Zira used to be part of the Salvage Corps. She achieved much as a soldier and was well regarded for her Nose? I've not heard of that word. But one day there was an incident on a mission to procure an airdrop supply container. I'm sure you probably know already, but for some reason she decided to blow up that container. Everyone was furious about the waste of supplies. It wasn't even like there were any Kavesi trying to steal them or anything. The consul at the time therefore claimed she was plotting an insurrection and imprisoned her. Interesting.
They have some new names registered.
Is there more to talk about, Kay? I remember Seeker saying he wanted to do something about the Lost Number's ill feeling towards us. Oh, we're switching tracks to the Seeker quest line. Alright, that's fine, while we're here. He was like, I don't know how it'll go, but we gotta find a way to work together and move past it. Seeker's identity. Well, that's interesting. At least one person says that... Yes, it is the state of affairs. Kay is like, yes, he wanted to fix things. Oh, what is this? Oh, more collectathon stuff. Oh, more stuff for me to do, but... Oh, 14 more heavy pomegranates. Future me can worry about that. I've had enough collectathons between episodes for right now. So where is the next one? I believe the next one is in the staging depot, where all of the Levnis transport ships come down. So if you took the transport ship from the castle, this is where you'd end up. I'm pretty sure there is more around here. Maybe not, yeah, is it the one over there? I think it's the one over there. I could always check the map. Check the Mac, no. Getting all of the words confused. Grover! Hello. Jadora, you say? Well, he used to be in Intel. He was my subordinate. One day, the guy destroyed some intel showing that Keves was making camp somewhere. If our forces had seen that intel, they could have ambushed that camp and won a crucial victory. But without that intel, we had no chance. There were few casualties, but I'm still at a loss as to why he didn't share the intel.
So that's the state of affairs.
We're probably going to have to ask him ourselves. Still switching, we're swapping tracks at an alarming rate. Seeker, I hear he's been friends with the commander over at Lambda for a long time. Although, to be fair, he did used to be in internal affairs, so I guess it's no wonder he's got friends in high places. So he has friends in high places as well as an apparent sentiment as to wanting to make relations with the city folk, Lost Numbers. He wants the city and the Agnians to go well together as well. Well, he seems like he'd have the connections in high enough places to make that ambition reality, I suppose, if nothing else. Please don't tell me we have to take the elevator, though. Because if we don't, I'm just going to run down myself and break my legs. Get into the middle part, probably. Tie on, please. There's only so much your ankles can take before they just give out. Stop grunting. Crazy. So where's the next one? Over here. This is where the Bravery is stationed if you fast travel around here. If you don't fast travel, who knows where that thing gets off to. Darny. Named after the Tears of the Kingdom firefly. Dragonfly. Worm Darner. The Darny. I hear that Jador is the reason we lost the chance to take out a base in the war with Keves. I don't know why he did it. I tried asking him and he flat out refused to give a reason why. Jador's situation. Oh, Darny, are you going to as well tell us about Seeker? Asking about Seeker, yeah? Of course. Shock of all shocks. I know him well. We were on the same team. For the longest time, he was a real straight shooter. Totally over-serious nerd. Nothing like he is now. Since the clock got smashed, he's a lot more proactive and full-on. Personally, I like him way better now. So he seems to have undergone a change of mind ever since he got freed from the flame clock, which I suppose is a more than fair reaction, all things considered. Where's the other ones? So right over there, right down in front of us on this dock, and then probably in the sluice gate shack over there. Who are you? Dana. Aren't you a part of the Lost Numbers? Zira. Yeah, I know her. She was a hot topic for a little while here. She was in the squad that mainly salvages supplies and was a snuffing, capable soldier herself. And when supply containers are being targeted by enemy scavenging teams, soldiers like her are invaluable. The Salvage Corps and Supply Team may be known as logistical teams, but that doesn't mean they lack capable fighters. They're the ones who take the necessary decisive action, such as blowing up a container if the enemy's about to steal it. Even I always have to stay on my toes. You never know when something might happen. But what we know of Zira says that there was no enemy presence around, so that does raise the question of why she blew up the container. There are plenty of questions arising about all of these folks. Why would you hide the intel? Why would you blow up the container? We need to get all of this knowledge, talk about it, and then we will ask them. And if their answer is not up to snuff, then we will beat the answers out of them ourselves. Toma is a man who cared deeply for his allies. In that battle with Keves, his squad was on the verge of being completely massacred. But the Nutty Mutter broke position to take rearguard and charge right at them, letting his squad retreat in the process. So it doesn't seem like he's completely heartless as well. Interesting. Is that all of them? Toma situation. Discuss at a rest spot. Gather information. Discuss at a rest spot. Okay, so we just need to find probably like one more of Zira. Oh, I missed one. Where did I miss one? Oh, I missed one at the back. Well, that's no big deal. The Mulus Depot, that's where we can go. And we can get there really quick. Because we don't need to take the elevator. We can just go up here. Much, much quicker. Well, for us. For poor Tyon, he had to take the elevator. Because that's what we make our guy do. Logistics Guy. Oh my god, I remember Logistics Guy. He was my favorite character in the entire game. I love Logistics Guy. I heard the girl that blew up the supply container might be getting released from prison. I'm hesitant, to be honest. I know it said she had Agnes's best interest in mind when she did it, but I find that hard to believe. Zira's situation. Well, thank you very much for the intelligence, Logistics Guy. His first name, Logistics. Last name, Guy. Guy Logistics. Absolutely incredible person. Agnes Soldier, can you take us up to the castle? That would just save us some time. Well, it would actually be slower, but, you know, it'll be more cinematic to take a ship up. We'll be heading to the Ascension grounds in Agnes Castle. All passengers, all aboard right now, all please. I will board. I am not bored, but I will board to get to the castle. Oh, do we still get a loading screen? We still get a loading screen. Well, that is perfectly fine, because now we can just talk about, now that we have all of the gossip for, I didn't even expect to do this particular quest. I wanted to do Seeker's quest, but that was coincidentally, I've already done like 3 out of 4 of those things, so I'm not against the multiple purposes, multitasking, but anyway, Gondor, great to see you again. We're taking a break and talking about the people we have locked in the basement, because, you know, been there, done that, the gruel, nothing to write home about. All of these things, let's talk about Zira.
It's best we talk this through.
So from everything we've heard about Zira, you'd almost think she grew feral or something. Well, it's hard to consider blowing up supplies as anything but a military discipline violation, that much is certain. True, but something really doesn't add up here. Yeah, like if I were planning an insurrection, I sure wouldn't start it by blowing up some random supplies. You're right, Uni, what would be the point in that? Well, I guess the key here is to find out what her reason was for blowing up that container. I just thought of something. Like, isn't it a little odd that the consul didn't sentence her to death right away? Good point. Usually in this situation, the offender would get executed to send a warning to the rest of the colony. Perhaps the consul saw some sort of value in keeping Zira alive? If we can present a concrete theory as to why she got locked up and not executed, that could help out her case a lot. And what do we do when we find out after she's freed that she's just another maniac? Fight her, I guess. We're Ouroboros. It wouldn't be that hard to put a single person in the ground. Figured. Guess we should go see her then. We will go see her as we go see Toma and Jodor as well. We will talk it through. That's what we do. We never sit down to do anything other than talk. If we're to believe what Toma has told us, then it would seem he got locked up for the crime of mass murder. But we also heard that he took rearguard in order to let his comrades retreat. And while he was fighting to save his comrades, he killed a large number of Kevesi soldiers. It's not like he did his case any favors, but he was just fighting his enemy, right? That's what we're all taught to do. Certainly. That would just be the normal thing to do when you're in a flame clutches. Excuse my speculation, but he didn't extract the flame from the enemies he defeated, did he? I don't know if anyone mentioned that. How could you tell? If he was blinded by rage like he said, then I think he was more preoccupied with crushing those Kavesi than anything else. You do raise a good point. You can't exactly extract someone's flames while in a Levnis. I guess that's not an extreme stretch. We do know that he's a fairly top-notch Levnis pilot. Looking at it from the console's point of view, that wasting of good flame, something about the syntax in this episode and the words that people are saying is really throwing me off. We haven't even spoken to a Nopon today, and I'm already off my rocker. Yeah, wasting flame, not enough. Or would have been enough? I didn't read it. This will sound grim, but hear me out. I think the console could have solved this more easily if you just snuffed him on the spot. This is the second time you've reached the same conclusion, Lance. Good point, but you have to consider that Toma's deeds would have won him favor with the troops, despite irking the console. Executing him for valiantly saving the lives of his fellow soldiers would have backfired massively. He was a right pain in the console's ass, that's for certain. It would go some way to explaining why it would have been far easier for the console to lock him up under false pretenses. So then, perhaps it'll be possible to not only convince him not to fight us, but also to free him from prison. Well, I don't mind fighting him either way, but here is the language. It's going and it's flying away forever. I don't mind fighting him either way, but we'd be saved a whole lot of fuss if you could talk him out of it somehow. There's only one way to find out. Let's head to Toma's cell and see what we can do. I wonder. Jador.
I just wanted to confirm.
We'll consolidate all our data, Tyon, don't worry. So the story goes that Jador destroyed Kavesi intel and therefore caused damage to Agnes's position. The mystery here is, why did he destroy intel that had crucial info on an enemy camp's whereabouts? What he did went far beyond a violation of military discipline. He could have easily been sentenced to death for it. Tell me about it. Soldiers are always getting killed by enemies they don't see coming. That kind of intel is worth its weight in gold. Which brings up an important question. Why is Jador still alive? I think we might need to ask the guy himself about what the true nature of that intel was. That'd be quicker for sure. Yeah, let's go and ask him. Well, I'm glad we came to that conclusion quickly. And during the day, we can do that later. I want to get this prison thing sorted out, because this is probably, we're not going to have enough time to do Seeker's Quest. Time is a wasting. We are quickly running out of time. Gondor, hello, Gondor. Let's speak to everyone. Who's first? Jador? Toma. Toma! So you're feeling up for a fight, are you? Before that, there's something we want to make sure of. Is it true that you murdered multiple Kavesi soldiers? Did you miss it the first time round? Course I did. You used a Levnis during the incident, didn't you? Well now, someone's done their research. But yeah, I killed a snuff ton of the enemy in a Levnis. And you stayed behind last to fight them off, so you could save your fleeing comrades, if I'm not mistaken. Where the spark did you... Anyway, yeah, that's also right. Now, about that enemy. I don't know what colony they came from, but they sure didn't know snuff about fighting honorably. Seeing those dishonorable mutters slaughtering my friends made me go right off the deep end. I had to get any of my guys still breathing out of there, but I couldn't just let them get away with it. I was too trained to wield my blade, so I got into a Levnis and made him regret even being alive. That's all there is to it. Right, now we understand what happened. Not like me telling you all this is gonna make a lick of difference though, is it? Not yet. We have to talk to everyone first. Zira. You finally ready now? Kept me waiting long enough. Before we fight, there's something I want to confirm with you. Specifically, the reason you blew up that container. What's it to you? It's not like I can make those supplies magically come back. We probably could. We probably have all of those supplies 10 times over in our infinitely expanded pockets. True, but to just blow up a container for no reason, you'd have to be out of your mind, which you don't seem to be. Funny you mention that, because I was out of my mind when I blew up that container. Or, perhaps, you noticed that the container had been booby-trapped. You don't have to be out of your mind to sacrifice supplies in the name of protecting your comrades. Although I wouldn't call it a flawless plan, I can't see why it would be egregious enough to violate military discipline. If one knew that a container did have something lethal in it, then just blowing it up would be perfectly justifiable. Lethal? What do you mean lethal? It could have been something explosive or poisonous. You didn't know what was inside, but you had a feeling, didn't you? It's odd to think airdrop supplies could have something like that in them unless the console had something to do with it. Indeed. It's not impossible to see why the console could have thought up something fiendish like that. And since blowing up seemingly good supplies is a big no-no, that'd give the console the perfect pretext to lock you up. Cool theory, but the last time I checked, theories don't count as hard evidence. Indeed, all we've got is reasoning that paints you in a favorable light. The simplest, most straightforward reason would be that you were out of your mind at the time. I'll give you this, though. I had fun listening to your theory. Your reasoning skills aren't too bad either. So here's what really happened. It's true I blew up that container. You serious? And like you said, Four Eyes, that container was indeed booby-trapped. You knew something was up well before the incident, didn't you? Yeah, right after Toma had been locked up. We're long-term friends, and I was livid about his resist. I couldn't just let it slide. As I was looking into it, I began to pick up that the console was hiding something in a container. So when he went along with the salvage corps to procure it, I blew it up, hoping to use it against the mutter himself. Yikes, okay, I take it all back. Maybe she is loopy. The console must have caught on that I was sniffing around, and that's why he rigged the container. Would have been happy dying alongside him to protect my mates, but it didn't go to plan, so I ended up here in the slammer instead. It was there I had a hunch that our enemy wasn't Keves. Though I guess I don't need to call it a hunch anymore. I've long wondered what people like you guys were like, guys who would have fought with consoles. Oh no, this is a I want to know what real strength looks like type of scenario, isn't it? Oh, for the love of Sparks. Uni is the expert on that type of scenario because she is passingly acquainted with Hashira. And by passingly acquainted, I mean, oh, they are mortal frenemies. Not yet, we still have to talk about Jador. To and about Jador. What is your story? Oh, up for a fight then? Not quite. We have some things we'd like to ask first. You managed to get your hands on Kevesi intel, and yet you didn't share with Agnes. Why? Getting straight to the point again, I see. Surely squashing intel about Keves wouldn't have been in your best interests. Alright, sit back, relax, and let Jador tell you a story. Not like I've got much else better to do anyway. After I'd investigated the Kevesi intel that fell into my hands, I discovered that it was fake intel created by our console. What? Seems like they weren't too happy about us getting more and more powerful, and were trying to crush us. I don't know what was going through their head. It don't even begin to make sense. Maybe they just thought that screwing us was an easy way to fill the Kevesi's flame clock. We're the ones who made the console so powerful, and that's how they decide to treat us? Boils my blood, it does. That's why I destroyed their intel, so my friends could withdraw from that pointless battle and limit the casualties. Did you talk about this to anyone? Absolutely no way I would have talked to my friends about it, otherwise the console would have done them in. Thankfully, that mutter can't hurt us anymore. Talking about it now has lifted a weight off my shoulders, it has. And I've got zero regrets as well. Gotta meet Toma and Zira here, after all, and they're class. At least now you don't have to bear the burden of on your own anymore. She's right, you're not living under the console's eye anymore, so cheer up, mate. Heh. If I ever do get out of here, I guess it might be worth talking about what's on my mind a bit more often. Not yet. Now I think it is much more appropriate to talk to Suna about the fate of these people. You want to know about Seeker? Okay, nope, we're switching tracks. Only there's nothing really to tell. I guess he's serious about his work. That's that, I suppose. It always seemed like the higher-ups liked him well enough, too. He got a load of awards, if I'm remembering right. Lots of accolades, friends in high places, an apparent attitude to smooth, ruffled feathers.
It's all making sense.
It seems like he's legit about his intentions. Anyway, we're not talking about Seeker right yet. So what are we doing? You gonna fight them or what? I think we should ask about the prisoners. I don't think we need to fight necessarily. They've been here a while now, all three of them. It's not like they can just walk out or anything, but during working hours, they're usually together. They're a real thorn in my side, though, so I seriously want them gone in the worst way possible. Wait, do I have to... You still need to ask me questions? No, okay, so we do have to tell them much. We have to tell Suna about each of the stories, each from these prompts. Okay, got it. Because I've never... Spoilers, or behind the scenes, this is the first time I've ever actually doing this quest. So, all of this is technically new to me, so let's just tell her the story. We'll go explain your story to Suna from security. We won't be long. What's up? Do you need something? We've heard Jidora's full story. Full story? What's this about? Oh, hello, Grover. Don't mind Grover, he's here on other business. He fades into the background pretty easy. Hey, I just have a soothing presence. Anyway, here's what happened. This is really hard to credit. He was going up against the console. What does this all mean? That he didn't do anything wrong after all? What he did was undoubtedly a violation of military discipline. So then, if what they're telling us is true, then Jidor knowingly went against military discipline in order to save Agnian lives, and then went into jail without ever telling us why he really did what he did. Well then, we've got no reason to keep him locked up in here, right? He's a capable guy, I'll give you that. Or should I say him being too capable was what got him into this mess. I'm just as averse to trouble as the next person, but what do you think? I think we can let him go. I'll take responsibility for anything that happens. Well, that'll certainly make my life easier, I know that much. But if he tries anything funny, I'll throw him back in prison, then throw away the key. I'm sure it won't have to come to that. I wonder if we can get away with getting all of them out of prison. Whoa, didn't think you'd be here too. Oh, don't get your knickers in a twist. I won't do nothing bad, I promise. Especially not after you guys got me out of the slammer. All we did was listen to your story. Nothing special about that. Well, we did have to do a lot of digging and talking to people, and I'm not sure that was necessarily effortless, but it was pretty effortless. I got it, whatever. 3 fiends, Jador. Yep, we freed him.
So that's the state of affairs.
Sabotaging the console is as good of a reason to get them out of prison as ever. Let's tell her about Zira's story now. We'll go explain your story to Suna from security. Just hold on for a bit. If you're gonna fight anyone, be quick about it. I'd rather not have my life in danger for any longer than necessary. We just got done talking to Zira for her side of the story. We think we might just have a case for freeing her from prison. Wait, seriously? We can let her go? Considering she faced up to a great enemy all by herself, I think you'll see why she deserves to be free. Great. As in size? You're saying she can go toe-to-toe with Alevnis or something. We don't mean that kind of great. But like, she loves blowing stuff up, right? What if she decides to blow up the castle? It doesn't bear thinking about. Look, she had her reasons why she did what she did. Let us explain. Explanation, exposition, reasons. Wow, that's a whole lot to take in, I won't lie. But I mean, Seeger trusts you guys. That's another point in his favor. And in either case, Seeker was the one who left it up to my discretion. And according to my discretion, if you guys think she isn't guilty, then she sure ain't guilty to me. Oh, thank you so much. We're not gonna have a little teat. What is that? That is absolutely not how you say that phrase. We're not having a chat with Grover, but that's fine. Man, it's crazy to think I'm actually out of prison now. Now, seeing I was kind enough to free you, promise me you won't go around blowing stuff up. You got that? Of course, don't worry about it. I don't just blow stuff up for no reason, you know. Oh, really now? But seriously, don't go doing anything too outrageous, alright? We will put you down if we have to. I know. I owe you guys big time after all. And another quest down. This is going to be the episode where I complete like 5 side quests in a single episode. And even though it's probably going to be over an hour, 5 side quests is 5 whole side quests, and 2 of them were collectathons, so I'm really glad about that. We will tell Suna about Toma. We will probably release you, maybe. There you are. What have you guys been? Where have you guys been? Finally decided to do battle with those wretches? I'm not sure you can say that anymore, although they probably gave you a lot of trouble, so you could probably still get away with calling them wretches. Before it gets to that, we'd like to find out if you know anything more about what Toma did. You mean the mass murderer? Well, as far as I remember, he indiscriminately killed a load of Kuesi without extracting their life. That led the consul at the time to arrest him and lock him up in here. Well, I'm afraid to tell you that your crafty consul bent the truth about what really happened. Huh? What do you mean? Let's explain. You see, lots of stuff happened, and then there we go. What the? So he was fighting to save his comrades. But that wasn't in the report. It's like we said, the consul bent the truth to make it seem like he was fighting for fighting's sake, not for his comrades' lives. Well, now that I think about it, there were some guys in my term who managed to survive that battle. Although Toma could have definitely tried to extract some flame from the enemy, it's not a stretch to say that he had his reasons to do what he did. That settles it then. I've got no reason to doubt you guys. You're the ones who freed us from the clock, after all. I've also got no reason to doubt that the Toma I knew would have done everything for his comrades, and for Agnes. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you indeed. Lots of stuff to do, and now we've freed them all. Been a while since I've had proper fresh air. It tastes better than I remember. I can bet. You should be thankful to Noah and the others for that. You bet I'm thankful to them. Not to mention to you too, of course. Just don't get yourself in any more trouble, okay? I'm busy enough as it is. I wouldn't do that when it's this nice outside. Don't you worry yourselves one bit. I'm still one capable soldier, believe me. Doesn't sound like you've learned anything to me. Well, that's not for us to worry about, because it's now officially out of our hands, Lands. We don't need to worry about that. Toma, he fought in Alevnis to protect his comrades, but he was jailed.
So that's the state of affairs.
They are all freed, and we don't even have to fight them. Suna, I'm done. They're all free. We have fixed things and delivered justice properly. Although, we could still fight them if you want. Say, you really think it's the right choice letting them all walk? I don't foresee any particular problems. They'll be working for the good of the castle now, right? I really wanted to fight you guys. But if it means I get to leave this place, then I guess I'll settle. Same here. Anything's better than rotting in jail. Right. Can't say I'm really digging the jail vibe too much. The gruel is just awful. There is no paprika at all. You can't have good gruel without paprika. Say, are you really sure? I don't want this coming back on me, right? If they start going nuts, we'll handle it. Relax. We'll take responsibility. Seeker did leave it to your discretion. If anything, the responsibility is his. Hey, that's a good point. They were in my custody, but Seeker's the one in charge. Well, in that case, why don't we make him his bodyguards or something? That's not a bad plan at all. They would perform well as a personal security detail for someone of his position. Right, you've heard him. Get out of here, and don't darken my doorstep again. Ah, that's a weight off my chest. And straight on to Seekers, innit? Alright, friends, time to get to work. Wonderful! That is like 6 quests or whatever. The 3 fiends. Due to the discovery of extenuating circumstances, all 3 of the fiends were freed and will be put to work guarding VIPs from now on. The champion ring is ours as a reward. But this, and 700 points of affinity. Lovely, lovely, lovely. But we're finally done with this episode. Lots of stuff happened. We did the collectathon, which was incredible. But this episode has gone on long enough. We've freed some wrongly imprisoned soldiers. And on the next episode, we're probably going to talk to Seeker and do maybe an Ascension quest. I have no idea what the next episode holds because I haven't done it yet. So, whether you guys watched for 30 seconds or the entire thing, thank you so much for tuning in. And I will see you in the next episode of Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Later.